Sarah, you cook the most beautiful Indian food, but today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to Japan.
Yes. So today I want to cook a chicken and soba noodle broth. So to start with, I might get you chopping actually. So if you want to slice up the onions, and I'll pop some ghee in the pot so we can sweat those out. So I like to use ghee for most of my dishes. It's clarified butter, so all the milk solids from the butter is gone. So it doesn't burn and yeah, it just sweats things out beautifully and is a really nice flavour for the dish.
Okay, well there's some onions.
So my broths at home are super simple. All I do is grab a chicken carcass, whether it's from the butcher or remove the chicken's fillets myself and use the leftovers. Place that in a pot with water to cover and add any leftover carrot, celery, onion, bay leaf and thyme. And I like to use a little bit of apple cider vinegar. It just helps grab all the nutrients out of the bones and make it super nutritious. So while that's sweating out, we'll then throw in julienne carrot. Just cook it out a little bit. You want to maintain as many nutrients in there as possible and a little bit of crispiness. So these onions have sweated down beautifully now, and time to add in the daikon. Pop that in. And if you would like to chop up the shallots for me,
sure.
I'd like to just cut them in the rounds all the way, and we'll pop the white part of the shallot into here, and we'll keep the green part for later on in the dish, so keep it fresh. And I'm also adding in a teaspoon of ginger. So ginger paste, that is. And you can throw that in.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is a wonderful base to a soup, and we're giving it time, we're giving it a bit of love by slowly cooking those onions there, slowly cooking that carrot. You can start to smell it all come together.
So the stock goes in there. So that's just going to cook out a little bit, allow all the flavours to mould together. And we're now going to cook our soba noodles. I love soba noodles. They're actually made with buckwheat flour, so it can be a little bit easier to digest for certain people. And it just adds that really nuttiness flavour to the dish as well. If you'd like to chop up the nori sheets for me.
Thank you. I'll get those. And this is really crunchy at the moment, but when it hits that heat, it's going to go really soft and silky in this soup. It's a great addition. So I'm just going to cut these. Is this right? You're wanting them into just battens like this?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
So the soba noodles are in boiling water for about 3 minutes. And once that's done, we're just going to pop it straight into the soup.
Sarah, how long is that soup going to take to cook?
So now we've sweated out all our ingredients, so now it's just about bringing it all up to the boil and allowing the flavours to mould together.
Oh, see, I've learnt a few things just by making this delicious soup. So let's just wait for that to come to the boil, like you said, and then we'll finish it off.
Yes, sounds good. So now that's coming up to the boil, it's time to pop in the miso and our nori.
Okay.
And we need that to stir through nicely. And just wilt the seaweed.
Just even looking at this, I know this is good for me. It's one of those things that you should have every couple of weeks. Just a cleansing soup is important.
Exactly. It's really nice to give your stomach a break. But at the same time, there's so much flavour in here that you won't feel like you're missing out on anything.
No, I'm really looking forward to trying it. And those noodles don't take long at all. As soon as they start to soften, they're going to continue cooking in the soup. So take them out even a little bit
under. So about 3 minutes.
Give that a stir.
Yeah, stir that through.
And if you wanted to keep this completely vegetarian, which it is at the moment, eat it like this. But if you wanted to add different types of meats or even seafoods and prawns in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Fillets of fish would be beautiful.
Or even some beef, just thinly sliced. Pop it in at the last minute and just slightly cook through.
And we've got just some poached chicken. Do you want to just shred it up?
Yeah, just shred some of that in. I've popped in some spinach, or you can use wombok shredded. Is nice in there as well.
Any leafy green.
Any leafy greens. And you only want to cook that for a moment because you want to keep all the nutrients in. And if you can see, that's really vibrant and green now. And we'll pop that into the bowl.
Just a little bit more chicken. It doesn't need
Yeah.
much chicken at all. Even one chicken breast for 2 to 3 people, because you only need a small amount. It's all about that yummy broth and all those delicious items that we've added to that.
Exactly.
And you've got some chilli here and some crunchy shallots. Beautiful.
So we'll pop these on top.
That'll give it a little bit of a crunch.
Yeah. Always nice to add the textures.
That is picture perfect, Sarah. It looks wonderful. It's got everything you need in there for a really wholesome dinner, wholesome lunch, and you will feel good after this. Here we go.
Let's eat. It's going to be really hot.
Bon appetit.
Good.
Feel good after having a soup like that. That is so good. So good.